Yeah.
All right. If I'm not trying. See how this works.
So how do you go with the internet? What should we do? Go to the
YouTube.
YouTube. No, must be YouTube kya chahiye?
Yeah. Just wait about 5 seconds.
YouTube kya chahiye?
Okay. It should let's hold off just a few minutes and we'll get started. We're just waiting for people to tune in.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're on YouTube, and now we'll go to Jaffery Sports of Minnesota.
Yeah, Jaffery Sports of Minnesota.
Oh yeah. Where this is a YouTube? This is not YouTube. Oh, okay. Jaffery, Jaffery, Jaffery Sports of Minnesota. There we go. It's over there too. This is Jaffery Sports.
Puri gini lewi.
Uncle, what's going on?
Nothing much. I think he needs some more puri, Abbas. Better get him some puri. Where are you? Whose house you are?
I'm at my house.
Huh?
I'm at my house.
Oh, you are your house.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how is Baba and everybody okay?
Yeah, alhamdulillah. Everybody's good. Everybody's just bored. Everybody's just stuck at home. Nobody
I
can
know.
read.
But we talk right now, they don't listen, right? The
Right
public?
now, no.
Oh,
They're everybody else is my team.
Yeah. कौन बोलता नहीं आता है?
All right, guys. Looks like things are working now. So Mansi,
Yeah.
now let's get started and kick it off.
All right, so are we live now, Mason?
Yes,
Okay,
we are
we
good
are
to
live.
go now.
Now.
All right, perfect.
Yeah,
I don't know where Abbas uncle went.
Oh yeah, bathroom.
So we
Maybe check in.
Wait until Abbas uncle gets back. And then as soon as he gets back, we can get started here.
Maybe get the puri. Give him some.
All right. Abbas uncle, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right.
Long
So,
you want to get puri?
Yeah, here's the puri. Here.
You eat.
All right. So, assalamu alaikum to all our viewers. Welcome to episode 2. We are here with two of the pillars of Minnesota Anjuman Askari, Zulfu uncle and Abbas uncle. If you guys are ready, we can get started here.
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right.
I'm ready too.
All right. So my first question is going to be for Zulfu uncle.
Yeah.
So, Zulfu uncle, where are you originally from?
From Kampala, Uganda.
Kampala, Uganda. And Abbas uncle?
Pakistan, Karachi.
Pakistan, Karachi. All right, perfect. So, for you guys coming, whichever you guys want to answer first, you can go ahead with it. So, what is the story of you guys coming to Minnesota? Like, for example, how old were you? What was the process like? Did you go anywhere else before you came to Minnesota? So, what was that like? If Abbas uncle, if you want to start it off.
Yeah, I came in this country when I was around 18. I went to college over here, got my bachelor's degree. Then I got my first job at General Mills from my college.
Okay.
That brought me to Minnesota. I used to live in Chicago.
Okay.
So then, just 1 minute. So then, I mean, I'm on the thing. Okay.
He's watching.
So what should I do? Oh. Okay. Zulfu, can you see me? Can you guys see me?
Yeah.
Green says my video is off. I don't know why. But anyways.
Oh no, I can see you. You're good. Okay. You're good, Abbas uncle.
Okay, so now what happened was that So I lived in Chicago. I got a job over here at General Mills. They brought me from Chicago to over here. I worked there. I worked for 36 years. Before then, when I went to school in Chicago, I did all the odd jobs, worked in the restaurant, taxi, and all those things. So then I put myself through school, and alhamdulillah, came here, worked for the company, did my MBA, and started in the computer room. And then when I left, I was like a specialist in my field.
Okay. So going from that, why did you guys move here, or why did you move to Chicago?
Okay, for me, it was, I wanted to go for a school, and also it was a fad at that time, just like young people, nowadays, everybody has their own fad, the young ages, young people, they put tattoos and all those things. So it was a fad, everybody's going to America,
Okay.
So when I was in college, everybody was going.
Yeah.
So I used to apply, I went and applied and I got accepted in the college.
Oh,
next thing I know that I got a visa, and my brother says, no, you're not going. My brother says, I only have one brother. So my brother says, no, and my father passed away when I was young. I was 12. So he said, you're my only brother. I cannot let you go.
Yeah.
I said, no, I got an admission and this and that. So he knew that, if I go, I might come back. I might not survive out there. He said, okay, you can go. I'm going to give you one semester's fees, tuition. It's only one semester. So he gave me the money, and then I came here, and alhamdulillah, here I am after so many years. 46 years now.
Oh wow, mashallah.
In this country, but we had a very rough life. For the first generation, we went through a lot of trouble.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Allah has been so kind. He blessed me.
Yes. All right. So thank you, Basanko. Zufonko, what is your story from coming from Kampala to Minnesota?
I came from Kampala. First, I went to Canada. Okay. And I stayed in Canada for almost 12 years. After going to Canada, I had my sister, my brother-in-law, everybody were in Minnesota. So I wanted to move here too. So what I told my brother-in-law to sponsor me. When I came to Canada, I came with my two brothers, and I was kind of at that time scared of my younger brother because he was a profound deaf, that he wouldn't get a job over there. And we were in a small town, right in Canada, right in a small town. And he was the first one, Liaquat, his name is Liaquat. He was the first one who got the job. And me and my other brother, Muhammad, we were sitting there for 3 and 4 months looking for the job. Okay. But the Canadian manpower really helped us to find out the job. And finally, we didn't get the job at that, being a small town. So we moved to a bigger city. Not that big like Toronto, but we were in Kitchener-Waterloo. And we found the job over there. And I started working in the factory at that time. And we were keeping in touch with the other families. I had some other families in London, Canada, in States, So here my brother-in-law and Walji was telling me, why don't you move down here, So the thing was, when he sponsored me, you have to wait for a certain amount of years to get sponsorship. And I had my mother, father, my mother-in-law with me, my whole family. We all were in Canada, in Kitchener-Waterloo. Finally, in 1984, 1984, in June, I moved to Minnesota. And I had a really good support from Walji family, especially Hussein Walji, supported me quite a bit, helped me out for everything, And we were looking for a job. I couldn't find the job right away, but my wife found the job after a month. Okay. And my thinking was to go into the business because we were in a business in Uganda, we had a small convenience store, and then we had a restaurant, So always we were thinking to go to business. So I tried a job, and I got a job in Park Nicollet clinic, at the part-time. Walked in there, I told my brother-in-law, saying that, see if you can help me out, let me try some business, And we found one business in St. Paul. We tried that. and it didn't work out for some reason. Okay.
Zulf Mama, what was the business, Zulf Mama?
Oh boy, you want the name of the business?
Yeah, what was the name?
Yeah.
The name was really good. The name was Forever Yours. Seriously, Forever Yours. And it's a small kind of a gift business, like crystals and all those things. Very small. It's not that big. And that's what happened. And after that, I and my brother-in-law Sanwaji, we went to New York after 3 months in there to look for there was another opportunity. I mean, not to move, to look for a business and find out what else what can start in Minnesota. And we were there for a week. We came back, and then in I think it was 1994, I got the other. Yes. Then I found one business in downtown. In 88. Meanwhile, I started working. Meanwhile, before that, I started working in the bank, and it was Federal Reserve Bank, okay, in Minnesota. And still, my intention was to go for the business, okay. And then finally, we found one business, a small one, in downtown Minneapolis, and I talked to Sen. I said, Sen, this is a business. See what you think. He said, after you have to run the business, And he said, I'll help you. So help me out. We bought that business, and we had that running for 3 years, and it was really good. But unfortunately, the lease expired. Once the lease expired after 3 years, and the landlord was not ready to sign the lease for some reason. Okay. So we have to close that business. Okay. After closing that business, we closed on I still remember that 91 Halloween, 31st October. That was the last day, and we had to move some stuff because whatever was left, we couldn't stay there next day. We had, I think, 30 to 36-inch snow when we were moving it, and all our friends like Sen, Shabir, Julie, Ali Sabur, Naushad, everybody was there to help me out to get the stuff out from the truck, and we put it in the basement. So that day I won't forget, because it was almost 32-inch snow. And from that day, this was 91. Okay. So now I said, I'm done. I had 2 business, one failed, one didn't run out. The lease didn't renew that. So I said, I'm going to work. So Sen said, why don't you fill a form in at the time it was Norwest Bank. So I went over there and filled the form, and finally I got the job. Okay. And then since that I settled down from there. And one thing I forget about here. Okay. 84. Yeah. Sorry about that. 84, 85, I was telling me that I want to go back to Canada. I missed that part. Okay, let's go back. Sorry about that. I said I don't want to stay here. I want to go to Canada because my younger brother, who is profound deaf, and I'm worried about him, So Sen talked to me, he said, settle down, he'll be all right. I said, no, I have to go away. So in 86, I went back with my family, moved on back to Canada. Okay. And he was doing fine. And I worked in Canada for 1 year again. And for some reason, I came back 87 in Minnesota again. So my brother-in-law, Sanwaji, told me, he said, no more moving now. Okay. No more moving. So what he did before I came, he already found the house, It was a 5-bedroom house because I had my family with me, my mother-in-law, everything. And he already helped me out to buy that house. So he said, here it is, you settle down. We are buying the house and you're not going to go back, So continuing again. So that is the previous thing. And I told about the business thing. And finally, then I started working in 92 in the bank. Okay. And then from there, I worked 3 years, and Hussein Ali, last name I forget, Yusuf Ali, Marhum, in Jannat Nasib, He came over here and said, Zulfur, let's go for business. I said, no, I'm tired of this now, you know. And I said, it's not going to work out, okay? He said, no, don't worry about that, everything. But
You won't be yours forever.
yeah, the forever, yeah. Sorry, what did you say, Mehta? So
I said you won't be. You should have told me you won't be yours forever.
yeah. So he was not. So we, Hussein and him, you know, we said, okay, if you want to go, we went over there. It started good, and 1.5 years we run the business, and it was not working out because the rent was too high. Meanwhile, my brother Mahmoudi called me and he said he was in Uganda. He said, I'm coming to Minnesota because he got his visa. Okay. So he came here. I said, here, run this business. I went back to Wells Fargo. They took me back. So since then, I worked in Wells Fargo, and then I retired in 2014, if I'm not mistaken, 2014.
2014,
There
okay.
you go.
Yeah.
Okay, Zof Mama. So with that, then what we'll do is
Mm.
we're gonna jump to current times,
Right.
and also Basanko, you're gonna have to give some light. You know about the business moves. Real estate.
Mm.
What brought you to real estate? What inspired you to become a real estate agent and say, I'm gonna make money moves in real estate?
Oh, the story is such that, I think, I started my job in 1982 with General Mills. And then around in 2000, I think the stock market, I put all the money in there. It was a tech bubble. And I lost everything in that money, in the tech bubble. I had a lot of tech stocks. So I didn't know what to do. And also General Mills bought Pillsbury, another company. So I got nervous that, what will happen is that they're going to lay me off. Now I have 3 small kids, and I didn't know what to do. So I said, let's get the real estate license, because I had a house. I bought the house, so I knew a little bit about it. So I got into this real estate license. It was around 20 years ago, almost 20, 22, 20 years, So then what I did was my first transaction was somebody from our Jamaat, with the Shokar Hamani's son, Tahir Himani. He was my first client. He bought a house through me, and then the word got around, and then I was getting more referral, alhamdulillah. Then in 2000, so I was doing it on the side. I was working at General Mills, and I'm also doing this on the side. Now in 2014, Shine was sick, my wife, so I took retirement. I didn't go to work. I took off. From that, I started working full time. So then, from then on, I'm working full time, and I enjoy it. I enjoy people. I enjoy, it keeps me current. For the old man like me to go and climb stairs and come down and show homes and wheel and deal and all those things, And I found out I'm good at it, and negotiating, and so I enjoy it. So it is, alhamdulillah, it's working out very good. And I have not seen any business as good as what happened? I'll call him, just let me call him.
The wife is calling.
Yeah. Hello, Kazim?
About to go.
Yeah, Kazim wants to call me right now.
No, maybe the wife is calling.
About to go.
Maybe I don't know, he's joking or what, So just 1 minute, Kazim's phone is not here.
It's okay. About to call. I think you're on live, so he wants to see if you'll pick up the phone.
Yeah.
Okay, Kazim. Yeah. So now what happened? No, one thing about me is I always pick up the phone. That's one of my good things, of being an agent.
Okay.
I never. Yeah, Kazim, I'm in online, in the Jamaat program. Yeah, Khuda Hafiz. I call you back. Khuda Hafiz. Now Shafiq Qasim is calling me. They're all calling me. They're playing game with me.
Yeah.
Shafiq Qasim is calling me now.
Yeah.
So,
they maybe
it's
want to
okay.
buy a house. I don't know.
Okay. So now what happened was that Shafiq, can I call you back, please? He's calling me again and again, you know. I'm a 24/7 listener. Okay, so now go to YouTube and you find it, you know. So now what happened was that, you know, I found out, and they never found a good business just like real estate, because I do stock, I do gold, I do all kind of businesses. But in real estate, you know, you can see the building that you buy. You know, you can touch it, you can feel it. And plus, you know, it's very hard to make a loss in this. I think our every Jamaat member, it's not because I'm an agent, I'm just being honest, that every Jamaat member should buy a house, you know, once for to live in and once also to rent out. Because, you know, for example, if the house is for $100,000, and you know, if suppose the house is for $100,000 and you put only $20,000 down.
Hello.
So now what happens is that, you know, when the price goes up, you know, let's say the price goes up 3%, you know, it goes up $3,000 on your 20,000 investment. So your return on investment is 15%. So I think everybody, all the kids, you know, especially the young kid like Monty and Massam and everybody, you should invest in small townhouses, and you'll enjoy it. You know, you'll make money. You know, by the time you're my age, you will have few houses, and you'll be okay.
We're gonna come down to that question about your advice, but Monty, go ahead and lead off the next question.
So, Abatul, I wanted to ask you, how many houses, ever since you've gone into real estate, how many houses do you think you've sold?
I have sold around 225 houses.
Oh, wow.
So for each house, you know, the person who buys, he looks at least around 20 houses. So 227 for 5 times 20. So I have seen over 4,000 houses, you know, 4,500 houses. Just to sell 225, I must have seen around 4,500 houses.
Oh, wow.
With different people.
There we go.
Man,
Okay.
that's a lot.
Okay.
All right,
And now,
so going to Zulfonko, right, Miza?
So I like it.
go
I
ahead.
enjoy it. That's why I got into this field.
Yeah, okay. Perfect. So Zulfonko, like, for everybody watching, if you don't know, Zulfonko makes arguably the greatest bond ever. And everybody in Minnesota, everybody in a bunch of different communities know that when it comes to bond, you know, Zulfonko's is top notch. Nothing beats Zulfonko's. So I know Mason can back me up on this too. So like, Zulfonko, what made you go into bond?
Well, the pawn business was kind of a. I'm looking at my uncle. Oh, I'm looking at my uncle.
Oh, okay.
You know, these people are calling me, man. All the Jamaat members are calling me one by one.
Yeah, just ignore them right now.
Don't pick.
Let's put the phone off. Let's put
the phone off.
That's what I did.
Go ahead,
Abbas.
Okay. I'm doing that now.
Go ahead, Zof Mama.
Okay, the pawn, that was my hobby. It was not a business. Let's put it that way. You know, let's do that way, because when I got retired, I had nothing to do. I said, if I'll stay home, what am I going to do? Watch movies all the time, you know? So somebody gave me an idea in Puja Groceries, why don't you start a pawn business and I'll find you a customer for you. So, you know, I took some that keep me busy. And that's what is just not a kind of business, but it was my pastime, and, you know, retired. And what else would I say about the pawn?
Where did you learn how to make it?
We had a business in Uganda, and we had a restaurant, so we used to sell the pawn.
Oh, okay. So Zulfonko, for somebody like me who loves your bond and, you know, maybe wants to, you know, get into bond business myself, are you going to give me your recipe? Is your recipe a secret? Is it, tell me more about that.
Yeah, sure. What makes the difference between people's bond? Because you can put the coconut, you can put this, that, but what makes it a good bond?
I mean, you can make the recipe I can give you it's the same thing, you know, you're putting it, I'm putting it. It depends who is making it. If Zulfonko is making it, it's the best pan. If it's Madam is making it.
A touch of class.
Little touch, you know, little touch. Shut up with you.
Touch, yeah.
Yeah. And you start with this Bismillah too, what you do, everything,
There we go. Monty, go ahead and lead us off with the next question then.
All right. So the next question is Abbas Uncle for you, and then Zulf Uncle after Abbas Uncle's answer, you can answer the same question.
Yeah.
So from when you guys moved to Minnesota, or even before Minnesota, who was the one person in your life who influenced you more than anybody else and had a great impact on you and your decisions that you made?
You mean in the Minnesota or from the family or what?
Wherever.
Anybody, one person.
Because when I was 12, my father died. So my brother, older brother, had a lot of influence on me. Because the way he raised me and everything, all the time, about praying namaz praying namaz at the right time, doing the right thing, being very honest, being ethical, all those things, that came from my brother, the way he raised me. So he had quite a bit of influence on me, and he was the one still now. When I still get into a bind or something, when I feel insecure, I call him up and I ask him that what should I do. He's a fatherly figure for me.
Okay.
So that made a difference in my life.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Abbas Uncle. Zulf Uncle, who's the one influential person in your life?
Inspirational.
There you go.
In my life.
Yeah, like who's inspired you to make you the person that you are, that you could always lean on? If you ever need advice, if you ever need help, you're like, this is the person that will guide me and really help me.
I got the question. It was Hussein Uncle. The advice, whenever I need the advice, I used to contact Hussein Uncle. Any advice, anything, he was my right hand. Even if I want to buy a house or the business, like I said before, when we had to go to the business, I contacted him. He was my support. Okay. And the reason also I came to Minnesota, he was encouraging me to come here because I had my mom and them there. So when I moved here, I had a moral support from him too, even though I had brothers over there too, and finally they were also going to move. So the Hussein Walji was my main support.
Okay.
Perfect. Let me add something. In Minnesota, Hussein Bhai has been my really go-to guy, because when I came in, I didn't know anybody. And, I met Hussein Bhai once, in some Eid function. And after that, I moved in Brooklyn Center because Hussein Bhai was living there. And I remember the first Ramadan, we used to go and eat in his home every day. My wife used to cook, and Kakanis Bhai used to cook, and we used to go and eat on their own, because we didn't know anybody. We only know Hussein Bhai. So he was very, 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 he influenced my life quite a bit in Minnesota. And the first house that I bought, he came with me at closing.
Wow.
There you go. Well, I actually have a question then. So when you guys used to go for iftar at each other's house in Brooklyn Center, did you guys used to walk or like take a bus, or how did you guys get there? What was the process?
No, we had the car. So, sometimes we cook, sometimes Kanis Bhai will cook, and we'll go into their home and we have iftari. Sometimes we go to Shabir Walji's house, and eat over there. And Zuli Walji used to live there. So we used to have the iftari together. Because we were alone. We didn't know anybody in Minnesota. We didn't even know any Khoja or Shia or anybody when we came in here.
There we go.
So he's, one of my oldest friend.
Yeah, well, that's good. Okay, so with that, I'm excited for this next question, because I've been waiting to ask this from our elders. I think we have to also put more attention on it with everybody else. So we want to know, what's a hidden talent of yours? Zulf Mama, you have one that I talked to you about that I think is one of the craziest talents I know. But I still don't think anybody would believe you that you would say, but maybe, I don't know what other talent you might have that you wanted to share. So we'll start with Zulf Mama. What's your hidden talent? And Abbas Uncle, you think of a hidden talent that you have.
So you think that the one talent I talked to you, you think that is a good talent?
That's Definitely one of the best talents I've ever heard.
Let's hear it out. Let's hear it out, Zulfo.
He was asking me, Mehtam, last time, and we were talking about maybe the nails, So he saw something came up, and he said, I use the nail cutter or whatever. I said, I don't use the nail cutter. He said, then what do you use? I said, I use the blade. He said, the blade? So he said, he was shocked. He said, do you cut the nails blade? I said, since I was at the age of maybe 8 or 10 or something like that time I started. And it's until now. I said, until now. So he said, then he asked me about my sons, I said, when they were born, Ali and Muzaffar, I was cutting their nails with the sword, with the blade till the age of 15. So I can cut the nails for even a baby who is maybe 5 months or 6 months with the blade. So that maybe made them thought it was a talent.
That's a talent, Zuf Mama. That's a
Yeah,
talent.
that's definitely like the greatest hidden talent ever.
If any baby they have to touch me to cut the nails.
Ever yours blade service, right? Zuf
Oh,
Mama.
yeah, that's right. Yeah. And I had a good employee over there with me too. It was Sabira Waldi. She was a volunteer, I was not paying her, but she was helping me out some days when I needed.
Zuf Mama, do you have another talent, or is that the talent that you can think of?
You other talent, you mean?
Yeah, is that the talent that you like? Can you think of another talent that you might have?
Go to what do you call Abbas uncle right now. Let me think.
Okay.
I have to eat pan, to get my brain going.
I don't know about my talents, man. I don't have that much talent at all.
No. Everybody has a talent.
You have a talent. Everybody
No,
has
I
a
do.
talent.
I do make keema very good. The dish of keema. I do make it very good, and people like it. So
Really,
that is my Yeah, I
Who
even
taught
did for
you how to make
Mulazgar.
that?
When Mulazgar was here, he came in for the opening ceremony of our center. I cooked for him the keema. Hussein Bhai remembers, probably remembers,
Wow.
So I could, that's one of the talent I have. That's what I think. And then, I think, I'm getting funny too. I don't know.
Yeah, you're a pretty funny guy. I agree.
I try to be. I don't
Do you
know.
have any jokes, Abbasanko? Abbasanko, do you have any jokes to share with us?
Oh, lots of fun.
I don't want to go into that, because we used to do majlises at Hussein Uncle's house. Now this I should tell you or not. So we used to do a majlis, and on this where Abu Karar lives now in that house. So he started a majlis over there.
Oh, I have that mess. Somebody.
So one day, I don't want to go through this. I don't want to go through this joke. It's not a joke, So,
What? But
Abbasanko knows, he's going to tell you. He's going to tell you. You ask him.
Gives me figures, I can add them.
Abbasanko, we all want to know the story.
Especially with the cashiers.
Zuf Mama.
I have one more talent. Let me tell you that.
Okay, one second, Zuf Mama. I just want Abbasanko to finish, but they can hear the noise. So just 1 second. I just want Abbasanko to finish.
That's okay. I'm not going to go through that. You can ask. You know that, right?
I know that.
I'm not going to go through that.
But you have some. Okay, I don't want to say anything.
Yeah. We have a lot of history together. Me and Hussein Bhai and everybody. We have a lot of history together. Majlises and everything with Maulanas, and we go back long time.
Well, those stories have to stay with you guys. Then I guess we're not. We can't know those stories.
Yeah.
Okay, Zuf Mama. So I know you thought about your talent. What's your talent?
I have a mathing addition talent. So I think I can tell it like if somebody using a calculator and I can keep on adding it in my mind and I'll do it before you finished in the calculator.
Can we test this?
Well, don't go in thousands, man.
No, we won't go thousands.
No, we won't go in thousands.
Okay, yeah.
I have my calculator.
Okay, Monty, you have a calculator, okay?
I have a calculator.
Go slow.
All right.
Okay.
Here we go. So Zof Mama will start off. 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10.
40.
Okay.
You harder one a little bit.
I'll give you a hard. Okay, I'm
Yo, come on,
just
that's
starting. I'm trying
easy,
to test
bro.
the
That's
waters.
easy.
Okay, so now we'll do 150 plus 250 plus 300 plus 450 plus 600.
1750.
Yo, he beat me.
Wow, Zof
Yo,
Mama,
wait, no, yo,
that's
do another
good.
one. Do another
He's a
one.
money man, man.
Okay.
He can count the money.
One
No,
more.
don't go on there,
Okay.
Abbas.
One more, Zof Mama. One more, okay?
Last
All
one,
right.
last one.
175 plus 375 plus 450 plus 600 plus 875.
2475.
Yo, he's right.
Wow,
Zumoko, if I
Mama,
ever need
that's
help
really
with math,
good.
I'm coming to your house.
Anytime.
Wow, that's a talent. That's a talent.
Yeah.
That's
Thank
really
you.
good. Wow, that's cool. Okay, Monty, let's go to the next question. Let's wrap it up soon then.
All right, so I'm actually like good. I don't have any more questions left. I'm ready to go
Yeah.
into the game, Mason. Unless you have
Okay,
any more
let's do the
questions.
game. So you guys don't know this game yet.
Mhm.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna give you guys each 1 minute. Okay?
Who, me and
You and Abasanko.
Mhm.
Okay, so first what we're gonna do is we're gonna tell you what it is. Don't start yet. We'll tell you when to start. Get a pen and paper.
Mhm.
We're gonna give you exactly 1 minute,
Mhm.
and you have to name off as many cities as possible in the state of Minnesota.
Okay.
The winner gets a gift
You
card.
in the state, in the city in Minnesota?
As many cities in
Minnesota.
Minnesota that you can name. Okay? But don't
Mhm.
start yet. Don't start.
No. Hang on.
Okay.
Look at that. Abbas Uncle is starting.
Okay,
Abasanko,
I have.
You can ask a different question then.
No, I'm kidding.
Okay,
Okay.
so I have the stopwatch here. I'll tell you when I'm gonna start it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay.
You get 30 seconds left.
Okay.
All right, 10 seconds.
Hmm.
All right, 5,
Mhm.
4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, stop.
Okay, put your pens down.
Stop
Okay.
writing, stop writing.
All right. Okay, who is
Thumbs
Zof Mama, you're
down.
the eldest, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you are gonna go last. Abasanko, you're gonna go first.
14. I have 14 cities.
Okay,
Oh.
can you name off the 14 cities because we
okay,
want to make sure we
Rochester.
verify these.
Rochester, Crystal, Brooklyn Center, Brooklyn Park, New Hope, Duluth, Oakdale, St. Paul,
Oh.
New Prague, Egan, Prior Lake, Apple Valley. 14 I have, Lakeville and Savage. And
Okay.
Chanhassen,
Okay, that was
Perfect. Zof
14.
Mama?
16.
I have only 8.
Oh no.
Okay,
Zof
name 'em.
Mama.
It's not fair. It's not fair to Zulfa. You know why? Because I'm
Ah.
a realtor, so I know all these cities.
Okay.
That's
know what I
okay.
mean?
That's okay. I
Okay, yeah,
grew
well,
up
you know,
in
what, we'll do one
Minneapolis.
more. We'll do one more round.
Okay.
This time because that other round helped Abbas uncle. We're gonna do another Zulfo uncle now. I'm thinking we do pan ingredients.
I cannot hear you.
Yeah, Monty, you're cutting off.
Mason.
What did you say?
Oh, what about? I said we do a game with spawn ingredients.
Pan ingredients.
What?
Ingredients
What?
for the pan.
Oh,
No.
pan ingredients. Ah, No,
No,
I
no,
don't.
no, that's not
I'm
fair.
just kidding. I'm
Go
just
home
kidding.
win.
Joking,
Abbas,
joking,
go
joking.
win. No, that'll do it. Zulf Mama and Abbas uncle. It's getting a little bit late, but you know,
Yeah.
we wanted to appreciate what you guys have done today. We really appreciate the time that you've given us. I hope you guys appreciate, you know, the community that we have, especially during these times. I know it's kind of difficult. Nobody gets to see everybody. And, you know, it's kind of nice for our age to hear your guys' story growing up. So hopefully we can continue this. If you guys have any suggestions, let us know. Do you guys have any last words you want to add, Zulfa Mama or Abbas uncle?
No, thank you so much for the
Thank you.
invitation. I really enjoyed it. You know, it was good to see Zulfo after a long time. I haven't seen him and all you guys. It's been almost a month since we have met.
Yeah.
But alhamdulillah, you know, and maybe, you know, some of you guys might want to think about it, you know, for the ladies program in which, you know, their recipes or whatever, but they can, you know, do the same thing. Just an idea.
Yeah,
You know,
we're working on it. We're trying to get
just an idea.
the next part is to now start putting the lights on the women in our community, because we wouldn't be here without them. So we got to make sure we do that. But that's in the works. And Zofama, anything else you wanted to add?
Oh, thank you very much. And what I can say, let's pray for everybody. You know, be safe, stay home. Tell Kazim Mehdi to stay home put.
Yeah, and
All
tell
right.
Kazim Mehdi not to call me when I'm on the program.
Yeah.
He called, Abu Karar called, Shafiq
And-
called, everybody called, man. I thought everybody wants to buy a house from me. I'm so happy.
Well, with that, I'm going to request everybody to recite a quick Surah Fatiha for all of our marhumeens.
Yeah.
And after that, well, first we'll do the Surah Fatiha.
Okay, before we do that, you know, I just want to mention that Zulfo's house is a very good house. Zulfo is a very good house.
I know that's. I know. I don't know who was the realtor, but you know, it's a very good house.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Realtor got
Abbas.
that one.
Abbas Ankar, Abbas, thank you.
Fatiha, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah.
There we go. We'll
Thank
do
you.
Surah Fatiha. All right. Well, I appreciate you guys coming on, and hopefully we can have you guys back and talk about more. Otherwise, we'll see you guys all inshallah soon. Take care and be safe. Khuda Hafiz.
Inshallah.
Thank you, guys.
Iftema se
Thank
dua,
you.
Khuda Hafiz.
Khuda Hafiz.
Khuda Hafiz.
Khuda Hafiz.
Khuda Hafiz.
Khuda Hafiz.